You know, Microsoft, they're such a weird creature, to be honest with you. I love them, but sometimes they do things and you just kind of shake your head like, what in the world are you thinking? Right? Like, I'm just being honest. You just kind of wonder what they're thinking. And this is one of those times, like, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, was your chance to literally go out above and beyond and really show up Sony, right? Like, you could have really shown up Sony. They could have just done such a phenomenal job, but instead they ended up kind of dropping the ball. And I have to agree that this is super disappointing. And, you know, again, I hope that they switch things up a little bit. I hope that they don't get caught in this kind of weird world where they continually disappoint, because they've done such a good job lately. They really have. They've done such a good job at, like, making sure that gamers have stuff to be excited about, you know. And now to see this, I just kind of shake my head a little bit, and I'm like, you know, this is super disappointing. I hope that you know, something better comes from this, but I want to get into it. Should be a good video. I'm excited about the video, so that should tell you something good. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another fun video, fun-filled, family-filled video. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, all that kind of good stuff. Slap that like button. Give me a good thumb in. I would appreciate it. You know, it really means a lot, and I'm looking to get 100 likes on the videos that I do. So again, this is disappointing, and I'm the first to admit that, because it seems like a mistake. Maybe we're just past that era now. I don't know. I hope not. But any news regarding a potential new Xbox Series X variant is bound to spark conversation, and with so many big titles on the horizon, such as Diablo 4, which did huge crazy numbers, there's a lot of potential for innovation, but that hasn't been the case here. Outside of its impressive hardware, the design of the Xbox Series X is pretty plain. After the initial jokes about it resembling a fridge, so much so that they actually released a mini fridge, you know, you'd think Microsoft would seize an opportunity to change the appearance of something more appealing. So when Diablo 4 Xbox Series X bundle was announced, and remember, I mentioned that this was a rumor that they were going to announce something and that maybe they'll have some kind of cool red Xbox or something. A lot of people expected something grand, especially considering that Nintendo announced The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom OLED console to drum up excitement for the game's full launch in May. However, instead of creating a real spectacle, the bundle involves a standard Xbox Series X and its accompanying accessories without a single logo in sight. It's not uncommon for some of the best game consoles to receive a special edition variation alongside the release of the big upcoming games, as we've seen it with Nintendo with stuff like Splatoon 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Animal Crossing. And even the PS5 is yet to launch a themed console. An attempt is still being made through themed accessories such as God of War Ragnarok with a DualSense controller, but maybe we're just past that point in time. I mean, even the Xbox One got, you know, some themed consoles. I remember when they first started doing those, it got some pretty cool ones. You know, it got a Forza one, it got, you know, a lot of different kinds of consoles. And it's like, now we're sitting here looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I'm just kind of disappointed, because they really seems like they dropped the ball here. They could have had something really cool and they ended up not having something really cool, unfortunately. So yeah, crazy to think about it, but maybe we just let go of the 360 era. I don't know anymore, right? Like, the 360 was the era where we got these types of consoles, man. We got so many great variations and special edition consoles. Maybe they just don't want to spend the money to do it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it is disappointing to say the least, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's disappointed by this kind of stuff. I know that a lot of other people are as well, and there's obviously, you know, when there's an article saying, hey, you know, we're disappointed in what's going on, you know, I think maybe that Microsoft did indeed kind of drop the ball just a little bit, and I hope that they can kind of pick it up and run with it at some point. You know, that would make a lot of sense for me, for them to do that later on down the line. But, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens. Again, with 4 blank sides to the console, there's ample space to actually cover it, so it's just a kind of a given that they would actually do that. You know, given the special giveaway announcement, the Mandalorian themed console as well. Like, they do special editions, but they're like 1 or 2 of them that they give away on social media, receiving equal parts excitement for the design and disappointment that it was restricted to a giveaway rather than being available for purchase. It would be potentially the best time for Microsoft to capitalize on that success and launch something that people can actually buy. Instead, the Diablo 4 bundle contains the Series X, a digital copy of Diablo 4, and a handful of in-game items, such as the Lightbearer mount with comparison of Faith Mount armor, alongside some additional items for games such as Diablo 3, World of Warcraft, and Diablo Immortal. For an in-game collector, these could be valuable items to get a hold of, but for the player who has been patiently waiting for the game's launch, it's far from an exciting console launch. The price of the Series X bundle is $559, which admittedly does save a few pennies from the console on its own, buying it by itself and in the game, but, you know, is it really something that's worthwhile? Players haven't exactly stayed quiet regarding the announcement either. Multiple users responded to one of the first tweets from Wario64 showcasing the bundle, stating how it's a missed opportunity and a huge disappointment. However, with the rapid success and high praise of Halo Infinite Xbox Series X console, gamers were geared up for a new addition to the mix, so it's no surprise that it hasn't been received well, which leads you to actually wonder whether or not Microsoft is starting to rule out special edition consoles and leave them in the past, along things like collector's editions, which are beginning to miss the point and leave out essential items like the game itself. Special consoles appear to be reserved for things like giveaways, as shown by the Mandalorian and Grogu ones from the Xbox. It's sad to see significant collector items become a second thought with bundles, but at least we don't feel the need to have several of the same console due to the change, which is crazy because I actually have several Xbox 360s, right? So yeah, like, that's the crazy part to me, is that, you know, at the end of the day, us as fans would buy multiple versions of these things, and it's just crazy to me that Microsoft, I guess, doesn't want that anymore. Like, who wouldn't want, you know, multiple ownerships for their consoles? I just think that that's kind of silly, to say the least, you know. And, you know, as far as I can tell, I think that Microsoft really needs to kind of get their act together with that, you know, because it is disappointing. And I can totally understand why some people are disappointed. And I hope that we do see more custom consoles. I'm not saying for everything, but this could really could have really capitalized on a big game, right? And it's a big game that's not launching in the Game Pass. It's a big game that a lot of people played, and that it's going to get a lot of hype and things like that. So I don't understand why they would do it the way that they did it. But I hope that they kind of realized a mistake there and, you know, kind of change it up or whatever. You know, I really honestly hope that they do that. And I hope that Microsoft kind of sees the light of day, because it's important, I think, to offer people the variety, and that stuff gets people excited. So what's wrong with having people be excited for something? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Check out the article. I'm linking it below in the description. Crap Gamer out.